Thank you very much, Mark. I was delighted to be invited to this event of joint work of historians and of the the Cultural Academy. Because history and diplomacy are joined together. And you understand it when you work really on actual events, and you understand how history is always there in the room, always, even if things are not mentioned by hints here and there. And here is the story. It's summer 93, in July actually. I was invited to Greece. I was then the deputy foreign minister, and it was a big deal because I was the first senior official from Israel visiting Greece after establishing the relations between the two countries in 90. So on the eve of the visit, what you always do is you invite the experts of the ministry to help you prepare the talking points for the meetings. And it is always a fascinating event, at least for me, because you learn a lot. You learn from your people. And they detailed, the economic relations that you wanted to develop and other issues. And then they said, but don't forget Fyrom. I looked at them like that. What do you mean? Don't forget Fyrom. And they said, you have to remember that in March, the UN decided that Macedonia will not be Macedonia, but Fyrom. What is Fyrom? The former republic of Macedonia, or Yugoslavian Macedonia. Wonderful. Really, it is a wonderful name. You can't forget it. Okay. Next morning, I'm going to Athens. And they take me directly to the prime minister. It was Mitsotakis, the father, the late Mitsotakis. In Greece, you always have to refer whether it is the father or the son. Okay, I'm meeting with the prime minister. Exchange some words about the world, tour d'horizon, which is always important. I tell him nothing about the Oslo process because it was still a secret. For me, it was the elephant in the room, but for him, no, because he did not know about it yet. And then I'm saying, but how are you going to solve the issue of Macedonia? He looked at me, and I said, what an idiot, what an idiot. How could you say Macedonia? This is the word that you shouldn't have said. But apparently this is always the case. When you have a word that you must not refer to, this is the word that you use. At least this is what happened to me. He did not shout on me. He did not throw me out of the room. But I really felt like it's better to get buried now. It was enough to watch his eyes. Okay, from there, I was taken to the head of the opposition. Now, this is, for me, this was a kind of a delight to meet the other side and to talk to the other side and to understand what is the attitude of the socialists to the event. So I'm coming to him. He was always also the father. And I felt, some affinity and closeness to him because I knew the old Papandreou from the Socialist International. So I felt we are brethren, a kind of, and he knew me. So I sat there at his home, and I said, "You won't believe what happened to me in the morning." And I told him the whole story of Mitsotakis and Fyrom. And he looked at me. He was very, very serious. It was not a joke for him. I said, please, Mr. Papandreou, tell me the story. What is happening? He said, Yossi, you must be very serious. If we call Fyrom Macedonia, this is going to be a serious threat on Greece. I said to him, please tell me why. It's a very poor country. I'm speaking then. They did not become the richest in the world, but then they were very, very poor. They have a very symbolic army. They are not a threat on anybody. Why do you think that they are going to? He said, you know what does it mean? If we call Fyrom Macedonia, we actually admit that the whole northern part of the country is not ours. Okay, I said, what does it mean? And then you will have to give it to them as a gift, or what? He said, you don't understand something. They may be weak today, but in 50 years, and I'm quoting, in 50 years, in 100 years, in 150 years, they may have a very strong army, and they may try to destroy us. I will become a prime minister in few months, he said. I couldn't believe it, but he was very sick, he was pale, and I thought that it maybe our last meeting, it was our last meeting, but he still became a prime minister before. And he said, I will become the prime minister again. And I will be tougher than Mitsotakis on the issue of Fyrom. And then I said to myself, you are not allowed to dismiss it easily and to say, big deal, I mean, names. It's like in Israel and in Palestine, it's referring to the West Bank or Judea and Samaria, as if you say that it is the West Bank, you have tomorrow to give up on it, or if you say Judea and Samaria, it is all yours forever. You have to take it into account. And even people who are pragmatic and ready for compromises, even if they are close to your personality, which says, hey, people can eventually find solutions for everything, are there in the history lesson. They live with their history. And the question is, how can we find solutions without giving up on history, with taking into account that people are carrying their history like a bag on their shoulder forever. And if you, because you are pragmatic and modern and whatever you attribute to yourself, are ready to give up on their story, they will never give up on it. Which means, if we want to make peace in this world, if we want to increase the number of peace agreements in the world, we should always, always take very seriously these bags on the shoulder. Thank you.